Okay, everybody, let's welcome our individual champion of LIV Golf Andalusia, Talor Gooch. Yay! Welcome, Talor. You have now broken 2 LIV records. The first was you were the very first back-to-back winner, which happened this season, and now you were the very first LIV Golf 3-time individual winner. How does that feel?
It's super special. I was just saying earlier, last year I didn't get a win, and so this year I was just so focused on getting, an individual win, and you don't think much past the first one until you get the first one, and so I definitely didn't have 3 in mind for the season, but it's cool that we're here, and it's especially cool to have the 3rd one here at Valderrama.
That's amazing. Tell us a little bit about the fans this week and your experience out here and what it felt like being around the Spanish fans.
It's just fantastic. Like I've said probably a dozen times now, my wife and I kind of halfway joked on the second night here, like, we love this place, we love the people, like, we might need to just get a place here and spend the off seasons here. And so everything is just absolutely first class, and I'm already excited to be back here next year.
And your wife and your little baby are here with you this week. Was it really special having an opportunity to get those pictures and have them watch you win?
Yeah, absolutely. With them not being at the other 2, to have that opportunity to kiss them after the win and hug them, that's what it's all about.
Well, we're so proud of you. You are a true LIV champion. I'm going to kick it over to Mike.
So, Talor, can you just kind of walk us through the winning putt there?
Yeah, first off, I hit a really good second shot and put us really in a perfect position to be aggressive with a putt. And the first day we didn't make a bunch of putts, and yesterday we made a few more putts, and then my caddy and I we got a really good read on that last putt. And I knew the way that Bryson had been battling all throughout the day, I knew he wasn't going to make a bogey, and so I knew he was going to take a birdie to win. And I had a really good read on it and made a positive, confident stroke. And as I was telling Jane earlier, I just felt like I was going to make it. And before I even hit the putt, I was already visualizing the fist pump that was coming with it. So I'm glad it went in.
And then also take us through the day. As you mentioned, Bryson was battling. He got out of jail a couple of times at 11 and 17, I think. Did you feel like at any time it's like, is this really going to be my day?
Yeah, in those types of moments, you know that the golf gods have their hand at play, and you don't know what the result's going to be, but that's where you focus on yourself, and you just try to hit, as I keep saying out here, as many fairways as possible. My game's obviously in a good state, and I knew that if I could get myself in the fairway bunch, we were going to have a chance to win down the stretch. And so we just kept plodding along, and didn't really make a bunch of putts. And then that was the longest putt of the day, obviously, and so it was nice to save the best one for last.
And then being in the final group with a guy that's won 5 majors, and obviously Bryson's won the U.S. Open. Can you imagine what it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago with you at that point of your career versus what it's like now, and staring them down, basically?
Yeah, yes and no. 5 years ago, my game wasn't what it is now. I always had the belief that, down the road, if I week in and week out, month in and month out, that I put the work in, I knew good things were going to happen. And, we just kept building stones on this house, and building belief in this journey, and knowing that, those are the things that are going to eventually get you to these positions to do what we did today. And so, it's been a journey. It's been, years and years of hard work and sacrifice by both myself and my family and my wife and my coach and my trainer and everyone involved. And, it's not by chance that this is happening, but, I'm forever grateful that it is happening.
And my last question, you mentioned yesterday about Ryder Cup, that if you won 3 times, you seem to be throwing out a lot of these statement victories.
Yeah. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, the professional golf world has been in a crazy place, over the last 365 days. And, you know, I've always dreamed of being on a Ryder Cup. And before making the decision to come to LIV, you know, Max Homa was one of my good buddies on PGA Tour, and we talked about, my wife and I did our honeymoon in Italy, and we did Rome, and he and his wife couldn't do their honeymoon in Italy, and so we'd always had the talk the last couple of years of, well, we're just going to have to go team up there and go do it. And so, yeah, obviously it's out of my hands, it's out of my control, but the one thing I can control is playing good golf, and I'll continue to do that to the best of my abilities, and you know, hopefully things work out. Thank you.
Spanish media? Yep.
After the critics that you received for your change to LIV Golf Tour, this victory is the way that you answer to these guys?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, at the end of the day, my job is to play golf. You know, my job is to go and play great golf. My job is to go and you know, help the range goats play great golf. And so, at the end of the day, that's each week, you know, each day. That's my focus. Everything that has been going on outside of, you know, the golf course is out of our control. And so for me, you know, I have 3 good teammates. I have you know, a good coach, a good trainer, you know, fantastic caddy, and everything in between. And so for us, we're just going to continue to focus on playing great golf. And I coined the term a while back. It's called the rule of 67. Just go shoot 67 and everything will take care of itself.
Other Spanish media? No? In English or Spanish?
Hi. After winning LIV Golf Andalusia for the first time in this lovely course, Valderrama, which shot or which moment, what moment is in your memories forever?
The last putt, for sure. Kind of coupled with the second shot. I mean, it was not an easy second shot. In true, you know, Valderrama fashion, I hit what I thought was a perfect tee ball, and it was maybe 5 yards too far, and I had to hit a cut 6-iron around the trees on the second shot. You know, a few people, you know, kind of tapped me on the side this week, and they said, this course is built for you, and it's my style of golf. And so, you know, when I was standing up on that second shot, knowing what I had to do, it fit me. And so to come through and still execute, hit that great shot, and then the putt, those 2 shots I'll never forget.
Thanks, Shane. Congratulations, Talor. They can't eat you. So my question is, did you make that call this morning, and have you talked to your dad? I think it's like 11:30 in Tulsa.
Yeah. I made the call. I made the call right before I went and kissed my wife before going to the first tee. So yeah, I mean, again, it's pretty boring, but same old, same old. It's, hey, go hit a bunch of fairways, have some fun. They can't eat you. Call me after. So I haven't called him yet, but I'll be calling him here shortly.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Talor, one last one for you. We're heading to London next, and you were there in London, and I just wanted to ask you, you know, looking back on where we were a year ago and what it felt like heading into that tournament, and where we are now as an organization, and then also where you are and where your game is at right now. Can you just reflect on that a little bit for us?
So my wife and I talk about it quite frequently. It feels like this last 365 days we've lived about 3 different lifetimes. It's been a whirlwind. It's been the longest, the shortest, the most amazing, the most difficult, and everything in between. It's been a journey that I will cherish and we will cherish forever, and not just me and my wife, but everyone involved. You know, we set out to do something special, and it's going to be really, really, really cool to be there and to, you know, relive, you know, the last year since we were first there last summer. And so it's special, and I'm already excited about all of the books and the documentaries and everything that are going to come from it.
Congratulations. We'll see you there.
Thank you.